Hey, what's up, you guys? Bloody Jacob here to bring you my review of this week's episode of Supernatural on the CW, which is episode 9 of season 13 and the mid-season finale until it continues in January, and it was called The Bad Place. So, after last week's episode, The Scorpion and the Frog, and as good as this week's episode was, I gotta say it's definitely stacking up to be better than season 12 for me. And I know I've mentioned that a lot this season. And I didn't hate season 12. I just found it to be personally my least favorite of the series. Not that Supernatural is ever bad, but I just think just the general story and the focus in the season is superior to what we got. Superior and more interesting to what we got in season 12, at least for me. Let me know how you guys feel, how you think season 13 compares to season 12 so far. This episode did two things, actually. It, of course, continued our main story in Supernatural this season in a pretty fast-paced way, but it also started to bridge us into the Wayward Sisters backdoor pilot, which we'll be getting the episode of when it comes back in January. It'll be the first episode. And I was pretty happy with how they mixed that together, because we have Jack, of course, still, I don't want to say on the run, but he's off, basically trying to figure himself out, but he's actually doing really trying to do something great for the Winchesters, which is find a way into that alternate world. So he's tracking down these dream walkers. At first it seems like he has killed one of them that we see at the beginning, but it turns out to be the angels that are hunting him. So I thought that was all pretty good, and the female Dreamwalker they tracked down, she did a pretty decent job. I don't know if she's going to be involved in Wayward Sisters or what, but she could easily be. I would still like to see Smash Alice come back from last week's episode too, by the way. But anyway, so I thought that was good. I really liked Dean's genuine moment with Jack in the car, as they were driving. Dean actually, giving Jack some credit and, telling me he did a real good thing back there, when Jack is actually able to, show the world, or at least, see that vision of their mother that they have, knowing she's there, and, Dean seems taken back by that, of course. Although, again, there's the point that, characters on the show have died and come back so many times, so why should you be surprised? But still, it was a nice scene, a nice moment between the two. There was a moment in this episode where they know that Mary is still, I guess out there somewhere. So they're trying to, they agree to reach her however possible, of course. But they use the Dreamwalker, and Dean is sort of a bit aggressive with, getting her in the car and, getting her to do what they want and everything. He points the gun at her and things like that. I was glad they didn't, drag that out too long. I was glad they didn't make a whole thing of Dean's going really, dark, to, save his mother. I was glad they didn't make that into a whole story for the season, because, Dean, he's gonna be desperate to get any family back that he can, even if none of us really like Mary that well. I'm almost expecting her to die this season, or 14. I don't know. Just something about her character hasn't worked, honestly, but I still care about her because the Winchesters do, or because Sam and Dean do. But, what I was going to say is, that we know Dean. We know that he probably wasn't going to, actually pull the trigger or, really hurt this girl. So I was glad I didn't try to make it seem like he actually would have, because that just wouldn't be in Dean's character, or in the Dean character, I should say. Castiel was kind of absent from this episode. He was tracking down the lead, but it was kind of odd how he didn't, contact him, as soon as they found Jack. But, I guess it is what it is. Now, as far as, Jody, Patience, she also seems to have, Jody, Patience has seemed to also be in trouble, because, like I said, it did a good job mixing in, what's going on in the main story, as well as, the setup for Wayward Sisters when it comes back. And I do hope the show succeeds, by the way. I don't think it was like the only idea for a spinoff. I think the, Bobby and Rufus prequel idea was pretty good. John Winchester prequel. Something. But I think this Wayward Sisters thing could really work, and I hope they give it a go. I'm especially excited for Claire to come back. I think we've seen too little of her over the past couple seasons. I'm more excited about her than Jodie, to be honest. I don't think we need another female sheriff in there, honestly. But I'm really looking forward to it. Honestly, I think it could be really cool. To explore different parts of this universe. But yeah, Patience, seeing the visions of Jodie, of course, will tie this in, to whatever main threat they're supposed to get into. That may or may not get further exploration, but we'll see. I'm thinking it will, because CW has given Supernatural such a long run. I feel like if they're going with a spin-off idea again, they're gonna go for it. I think it'll turn out better than the family ties thing, or the blood ties thing that they tried in season 8. I think it'll work better than that did, or tried to anyway. Then at the end, Jack is able to smite all the angels that are coming after him, and it seems like he's about to put Sam and Dean into the alternate universe, but he actually puts them in the bad place that the Dreamwalker was envisioning. I think they're two different things, right? And yeah, some people pointed out that the bad place kind of just looks like purgatory with different lighting, and yeah, it kind of does. I'll be honest. But I still like the eerie, sort of gloomy, tone, when they're there. And we see that big footprint. So I guess they're going to be getting dinosaurs on Supernatural, which, could be kind of cool. It seems like they're going to be taking it kind of seriously, so it could actually be kind of intense. Or it could go like Legends of Tomorrow style and just be sort of silly fun when it comes back. I guess they could kind of mix it in, but we'll see how they do it. But I definitely like the feel to it. I was nervous for him for sure. But Jack, he actually ends up in the right spot, and he sees Mary, so we'll see how that goes. So yeah, overall, this mid-season finale I liked quite a bit. I wish we didn't have to wait until, I think it's January 18th when it comes back to see the start to Wayward Sisters, but it is what it is. At least we don't have to wait till February, like certain other shows. But yeah, so if I had to rate this one, I'd rate it. I rated last week's episode 9.3. I might want to knock that down to like a 9.2. So maybe I'd put this on like a 9.3 as well. I think it was really good. Definitely adding up better than season 12 did. So yeah, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, subscribe. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.